Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Stock My Closet. Thanks a lot for liking our videos and do subscribe our channel if you haven't already, and also click the bell icon to get the new video notification. Today I'm sharing cutting and stitching of gathered tunic top. This is the required measurement, and to make this top I'm using cambric cotton, and this is 2.5 meter of fabric. I have border on both sides of fabric and I want to keep it like that only. I don't want to cut the border and then again stitch it. So I'll just measure the bottom length, which will be full length minus bodice length, and it is 18 inch in my measurement, and I'll cut the whole fabric. So I have cut the fabric in two pieces. Now firstly I'll cut the bodice. I'll leave half inch seam allowance on the top. Now for shoulder, take half of shoulder width. Like in my measurement, shoulder width is 13.5 inch, so half of it is 6.75 inch. I'll mark neck width, which is 3 inch, and from this point mark half inch downwards and join it to the neck width point. From this point I'll mark the armhole, which would be half of armhole round. In my measurement armhole round is 14 inch, so half of it would be 7 inch. Now I'll just extend this point. Mark 1 inch inwards and join it to the shoulder slope point. Now from the top I'll mark the point at 10.5 inch apex point and 14 inch shoulder to waist, which would be the length of bodice also. Now I'll mark the round measurements. For chest I'm adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement chest is 31 plus 2, that is 33, and dividing it by 4 I'll get 8.25 inch. For bust I'm adding 3 inch of ease. In my measurement bust is 32 inch, so 32 plus 3 is 35, and dividing it by 4 I'll get 8.75 inch. For waist I'm adding 4 inch of ease. In my measurement waist is 27 inch, so 27 plus 4 is 31, and dividing it by 4 I'll get 7.75 inch. Now I'll join these points. I'm adding 1 inch of seam allowance. And now I'll make the armhole curve. So marking is complete. Now I'll cut it. So this is the bodice for the top. Now I'll cut the bottom of the top. Firstly I'm cutting back of the bottom. I'll add seam allowance. And from here go 7 inch downwards. This is hip line, and length will be full length minus bodice length. So full length in my measurement is 32 inch and bodice length is 14 inch, so 32 minus 14 is 18. Now I'll mark the waist measurement as we marked on the bodice. It's 7.75 inch. Now for hip I'm adding 7 inch of ease, as this is loose fit top. In my measurement hip round is 37 inch, so 37 plus 7 is 44, and dividing it by 4 I'll get 11 inch. Now for ghera or bottom of the top, I'll add 2 inch to the hip round measurement. So 11 plus 2 is 13. I'll leave seam allowance on the sides. So marking is complete and now I'll cut it. Now for front, again I have folded the fabric, but I have taken around 10 inch extra for gathers. So I'll mark 10 inch from the center and I'll join it to the bottom. And now I'll place the back like this and I'll cut it. So I've cut the bodies and the bottom, and now I'll cut the sleeves. And for that I have folded the fabric twice. To cut the sleeves I'm using this pattern which I have shared earlier. Link is in the description box, you can check it out from there. So I'll just mark the length of the sleeves, which is 16 inch. Now I'll keep the pattern and I'll trace the pattern. To mark the front armhole, open the pattern and place it again. And now I'll trace the front armhole curve. And now I'll cut it. So cutting is completed. Now I'll stitch the top. Firstly, I'll add gathers in the front of the bottom, and I have made notches. So now I'll just make basting stitch. Now I'll make one more. Now hold both back threads and push the fabric towards the center to create gathers. So I've done it on this side. Now I'll repeat the same on the other side. So I have made gathers. Now I'll attach the bodies with the bottom. And for that, place the bodies on the bottom, right sides facing each other, and make a stitch. Now I'll just overlock it. Now keeping the seam allowance direction upwards, I'll just make a top stitch. And similarly I'll attach back, bodice and bottom. Now I'll make front and back necklines. For front I'm making buckram neckline, and for back I'm using bias strip. And I have already made detailed video on both necklines, and I have shared the links in the description box. You can check it out from there. Now I'll just quickly show you how I made the necklines. Firstly, I'll cut the neckline shape on the buckram. Neck width is 3 inch, depth is 7 inch. I'll add seam allowance. I'm making V in round. So for round shape, depth is 5 inch. Now I'll make the round shape. From center I'll mark ½ inch and join it to the bottom to make V shape. I'm leaving seam allowance. So this is the neckline shape, and now I'll cut it. Now I'll finish the neckline. I have made these dories for neckline. Please check out my video on how to make dory. Link is in the description box. Now insert the dory between the top and the buckram like this and pin it up. Now I'll make a stitch. So front neckline is completed. Now I'll finish the back neckline. Now place front on the back and stitch both shoulder slopes. Now I'll make a stitch on the back neckline. Tight fitting seam on both sides. Now I'm just finishing the bottom of the top. And now I'll attach the sleeves. Firstly, I'll make the hem stitch. Now fitting seam. Now take wrong side of top and right side of sleeves. Insert the sleeve into the top from shoulder and join both centers. And make a stitch. So I have attached the sleeve. Now I'll overlock it. And similarly I'll attach the other sleeve. So my top is completed and this is how it looks. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.